Welcome to this virtual architect tour. This video explores a key symbol of Montreal's civic life, its town halls. Often overlooked in our daily lives, these buildings surprise us with their diverse forms, ranging from quaint little castles to curious golf chalet-style structures. Through their architectural variety, discover how these buildings tell the story of the evolution of Montreal's towns and villages since the 19th century. Our first stop is located on Côte Sainte-Catherine Road in the early 19th century. At the time, the building that would become Outremont's town hall was merely a modest wooden farmhouse. In 1814, businessman Stanley Bagg acquired it. 3 years later, master mason Joseph Lepage transformed it into a two-story stone house, probably inspired by their lodge in Mile End. In 1893, the corporation of the village of Outremont purchased the residence and turned it into their town hall, which was expanded twice, first in 1919, then again in 1927. During this last expansion, architect Aristide Beaugrand-Champagne gave it its characteristic white stucco wall. In 1963, the city of Outremont acquired the neighboring Presbyterian church and its adjoining community hall, transforming them into a council chamber and library. Since Outremont's annexation by the city of Montreal in 2002, the former town hall now houses the borough's council office. Let us turn to Sainte-Anne-de-Bellevue, where another house has also been transformed into a town hall. Built in 1860 by Pascal Pilon, this residence on Sainte-Anne Road briefly housed a business on the ground floor before being acquired by the Sainte-Anne-de-Bellevue Town Corporation in 1907. Completely renovated in 1910, the building was endowed with a magnificent neo-Georgian facade, featuring a portico adorned with Ionic columns and a high pediment. Over the years, the building has housed a post office, a bank, and fire and police stations. Altered over time and painted white and blue in the 1970s, the town hall regained its former glory thanks to remarkable restoration work carried out in 2013 by the architecture firm Avoc. Incorporated in 1897, the town of Montreal West built its town hall in 1910 at the corner of Westminster and Eastern Avenues. Constructed entirely of red brick, this monumental building was designed by architects Peden and McLaren. In the classical Beaux-Arts style, the structure stands out with its neoclassical portal, dentilled cornice, stone band, parapet, and brick lintels. At the rear, the original greenhouse has been meticulously preserved in its original state. Over in Lachine, the city hall built between 1914 and 1916 was designed for its role, and still proudly serves as the borough hall today. Designed by architects Joseph d'Albé-Viau and Louis-Alphonse Venn, the building features an L-shaped layout, a rather unique design for a city hall. It brought together multiple services under one roof, as evidenced by the entrance leading to the police station and the former hose tower of the fire station. Since 1990, access has been provided through a glass pavilion. It is located in the corner, formed by the main building and its perpendicular wing. Let's take a detour to Montreal Nord to explore another city hall, purpose-built in 1917. Much like in Sainte-Anne-de-Bellevue, The building's portico gracefully reflects its civic purpose, as envisioned by architect Arthur Saint-Louis. In addition to the town's council chamber, the building housed both the fire and police services. Between 1978 and 1980, the main structure was expanded with 2 side wings designed by the firm LeMay and Leclerc. Notably symmetrical, the historic portico was replicated identically on the south facade facing Charleroi Street during the same period. Built in 1922 by the father-son duo Robert and Francis Robert Findlay, this imposing civic building reflects the late Neo-Tudor Revival trend, a style widely popular from the early 20th century through the 1930s. Located in a green space on Sherbrooke Street, it stands out with its central tower, crenellations and turrets evoking the elegance of Scottish castles. Adding a touch of whimsy, 2 curious mascarons, depicting Laughing John and Weeping John, welcome visitors with their unique charm. Recently, its masonry was restored, and its windows were renovated as part of celebrations marking Westmount's 150th anniversary in 2024. In LaSalle, the current Borough Hall holds a fascinating history. Built in 1930 by the Montreal firm Lawson & Little, it was originally home to Burroughs Wellcome, one of Canada's leading pharmaceutical companies. Behind its monolithic reinforced concrete structure lies a technical feat, partially concealed under Beaux-Arts ornamentation, where pilasters and cornices complement the red brickwork. In 1968, a high-quality modern wing was added to complete the ensemble. After the company's departure in 1983, the building was acquired and transformed into a town hall. Situated within a sprawling green space near the waterfront, this Borough Hall is a striking example of the adaptive reuse of an industrial building. Let us now head to the heart of a carefully planned garden city designed by landscape architect Frederick Todd. The Town Hall of the town of Mount Royal was built in 1946 by architect John Melville Miller. The building embraces a late Art Deco style, characterized by clean lines, emphasizing horizontality over verticality. Surrounded by a sprawling park, the Town Hall is part of a well-organized civic complex that includes a recreation center, an arena, a pool, several playgrounds, and a large high school. In Verdun, a new city hall was built in 1956. Of modern design, this 3-story limestone building features a tower that adds an intriguing play of volumes. The civic structure, designed by architect Joseph Armand Dutrisac, is strikingly simple and draws inspiration from the Shawinigan Town Hall, constructed in 1945 by architect Le Corbusier. It includes SPVM Police Station, number 16 at the rear. Located near Willybroad Park and the Verdun Metro Station, the building now serves as the Borough Hall. Modern, understated, and functional. These were the words used to describe the new Saint Laurent Town Hall at its inauguration in June 1958. Designed by architects Dufresne and Boulevard, this complex features glazed terracotta, with concrete and brick extending in a long horizontal line along Laurentian Boulevard, now renamed Marcel Lorrain. Adorned with a prominent crest in the city's coat of arms colors, the central block, dedicated to city council deliberations, clearly conveys the building's purpose. Reflecting the rapid growth of thriving municipalities, Saint-Laurent equipped itself with a civic center that matched its ambitions. In Anjou, the architectural inspiration for the town hall is, quite surprisingly, a golf clubhouse. Indeed, the city of Anjou once acquired and relocated the chalet from the Maple Golf and Country Club. Moved near Goncourt Park and slated to be converted into a recreation center, the chalet unfortunately burned down in 1966. The city rebuilt the pavilion as a youth-focused facility, inaugurating it 3 years later. After much debate, this building was ultimately chosen to house the town hall in 1971. To this day, this borough hall stands out for its unique architecture, making it a truly distinctive civic building in Quebec. Built in 1991, the multifunctional building that houses the Montreal-Est Town Council features a contemporary design. It stands on the same site as the original Montreal-Est Town Hall, constructed in 1937. In the hall, there is a stained glass window created in 1939 by master glazier Guido Nincheri, depicting the city's founder, Joseph Versailles. On November 25, 1988, a 6.2 magnitude earthquake shook Quebec, causing the collapse of the building's gable. Weakened and already compromised by foundation settlement issues, the structure was demolished and replaced by the current building, which also includes a pharmacy and a medical clinic. The town hall was later renovated in 2004 by the firm Beurtz Bastien Baudouin Laforêt. The final town hall on our list is that of the village of Senneville, a municipality developed in the 19th century through the construction of grand country houses. Designed by the firm Blouin Beauchamp in 2017, the contemporary building replaces the former town hall, which was housed in an old 1920s house that was demolished in 2016. Built on the exact same site, but slightly set back, the new building draws inspiration from the surrounding homes with its steeply pitched roof and cedar shingle cladding. Dedicated to serving citizens, city halls and borough offices are undeniably central landmarks in the urban landscape. We hope you enjoyed this tour of city halls and that it allowed you to discover the unique history and architecture of these civic buildings. Of course, there are many more to explore on the island, each with its own character and history. What about you? Which civic building is your favorite? Share your favorite in the comments. We're curious to hear from you. This video was produced by Heritage Montreal as part of its Architecture season. It was made possible with the support of Ivanhoe Cambridge, as well as through the Entente sur le développement culturel de Montréal between the Ville de Montréal and the Gouvernement du Québec. Thank you for watching, and see you soon for more discoveries.